Hello, and welcome to It Matters How We Treat One Another, the social psychology show. I'm your host, Matthew David Vasco. If you've subscribed to this show on YouTube or your favorite podcasting platform, then thank you. We are grateful for each and every one of our subscribers. This episode features 35 exciting ways to spread love. So be sure to stay tuned for the main segment. But first, our inspiring news. If inspiring things are happening in your neck of the woods, like let's say you volunteered at a service activity in your community, or you've been inspired by someone in your life, then please email me at mdvasco@gmail.com. That's M as in Matthew, D as in David, VASKO @gmail.com and let me know. This week's inspiring news comes from goodnewsnetwork.org. The headline reads, "Another study shows incredible results of pairing solar panels with agriculture, getting more from the land." The article begins, "Combining solar panels with agriculture can significantly boost crop yields while conserving water and generating renewable energy for areas vulnerable to climate change," a new study has shown. A picture included with the article shows sections of solar panels positioned above crops so that they provide partial shade to help keep plants from getting too much sunlight and providing solar power at the same time. The article goes on. The international team, which included the University of Arizona, along with the Center for International Forestry Research and World Agroforestry, found certain crops, such as corn, Swiss chard, and beans, thrived under the partial shade provided by solar panels. Another upside, of course, is an added revenue stream for farmers. Another way to look at this news is to say that scientists have discovered a way to add solar panels in areas and allow for the land to still be used for farming. So, inspiring news to be sure. Again, if you know of inspiring news happening in your area, please email me at mdvasco@gmail.com and let me know. Thanks. Up next is our feature segment. But first, this show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Some years ago, I was struggling with depression. I knew I was depressed, but I had a hard time asking for help. It seemed like a huge hurdle to figure out how to access therapy services, and the thought of opening up about my depression made me nervous. I eventually did get brave and sought help. Finally, starting therapy was such a relief because knowing I had a professional in my corner helped me start to feel better after even the first session. Thankfully, BetterHelp is on a mission to make starting therapy easier. Fill out a questionnaire and you will match with a therapist in as little as a couple of days. All you need to do is click on the link in the description to get started. And BetterHelp is offering fans of this show 10% off your first month of therapy. All you have to do is visit betterhelp.com/itmatters. That's betterhelp.com/itmatters. And now for our feature segment. This episode is all about spreading love. I created this list of 35 ways to spread love with the idea that I wanted all of these items to be things that go above and beyond what someone might consider random acts of kindness. While random acts of kindness are great, there are probably hundreds of lists of ways to spread kindness posted in various places around the internet. Plus, this episode is meant to be a follow up to our last episode about countering hate. So, these 35 items are meant to spread love in such a way as to counter hate at the same time. Without further ado, here is our list of 35 ways to spread love. 1. Practice empathy. Make an effort to put yourself in others' shoes. Try to imagine how you might like to be treated if you were in the other person's position. Sometimes this practice of treating others the way they want to be treated is called the Platinum Rule. 2. Be neighborly. We live in an increasingly disconnected world. Make an effort to know your neighbors and behave in a neighborly way towards them. 3. Host a block party. Get to know lots of people on your street by hosting a block party. Invite your neighbors that you know well to help you organize it. 4. Make care kits. It can be difficult living without a permanent home. Consider making care kits for unhoused people. It might include items like deodorant, a razor and shaving cream, new socks, healthy snacks, and a toothbrush and toothpaste. 5. Say, "How are you doing?" and really mean it. Try to really hear people's responses. What are they really saying? What is their body language saying? Ask a follow-up question or offer empathy. 6. Speak kindly. Offer kindness all the time to everyone. 7. Paint a mural that inspires love and or kindness in your community. 8. Buy a meal for someone who's asking for cash. Like, for example, if someone asks you for cash as you're walking into the grocery store, this is something I've done before, I'll say to them, "Let me get you on the way out." And then when I'm walking out of the grocery store, I'll hand them a sandwich and a bottle of water. 9. Welcome new people to your community, school, church, or club. It can be hard to be a newcomer, and a friendly greeting of welcome can make a big difference. Get to know newcomers. 10. Make an effort to get to know people who are different from you. Get to know all kinds of people. 11. Host an international food festival and or cultural festival. 12. Strike up a conversation with a tourist. Offer to buy them a cup of coffee or lunch. 13. This one goes against what we're taught as children, but talk to strangers. Strike up a conversation with all sorts of people in all sorts of places. 14. Write encouraging notes and leave them in random places, like inside library books or posted on a public bulletin board. 15. If you notice someone else behaving in a loving way, offer them an encouraging word. Help encourage love and acts of love. 16. Compliment people when you notice something worth complimenting. When I worked in ticket sales in a box office, I used to challenge myself to compliment every person who came to my window. I liked to see how it brightened people's moods. 17. Volunteer for a service organization or charity of your choice. 18. Buy some flowers and give them away to friends and strangers. 19. Practice patience. If you're in a frustrating situation and you feel yourself getting upset, take a deep breath, count to 10, and keep calm instead. 20. Ask children what they're passionate about and really take an interest in what they say when they respond. Encourage them to pursue their passions. They say a great way for people to find their career is to first discover what their passions are. 21. Compliment a customer service person for outstanding service, or tell their boss. Or if they're grumpy, ask them how they are doing and allow them to tell you about their difficult day. Customer service isn't easy, and you might help them turn their day around. 22. Offer grace. So often we condemn people, maybe only in our minds, when someone behaves poorly. We say they're a bad person if they're a stranger to us, when they may simply be having a bad day. So offer grace. 23. Make an effort to find the good in others and to genuinely like people. Set an intention to be friendly and outgoing with others. 24. Help a senior neighbor, maybe with their yard work, handiwork, or a trip to the grocery store. 25. Volunteer in your community, maybe by picking up garbage or sprucing up the neighborhood. It doesn't have to be anything formal to be effective. 26. Donate to nonprofits that serve immigrants and asylum seekers. 27. Collect food and donate it to a local food bank. 28. Support asylum seekers by opening a room in your home or donating needed items to an organization that supports them. 29. Learn how to say hello in several different languages to be able to greet people in all kinds of languages from lots of different places. 30. Donate warm jackets and blankets to homeless shelters. 31. Commit yourself to posting only positive things on social media for an entire week. 32. Make a point of saying something kind on someone else's post on social media. 33. Start a community garden that others can participate in. 34. Offer a free class or workshop based on your own skills that you have to offer to others. Teach English to English language learners. 35. Smile. There's a great expression that everyone smiles in the same language. Smiling at all sorts of people all the time helps to lighten the mood and lets folks know that you're friendly. There it is. 35 exciting, interesting, and dare I say it, fun ways to spread love in the world. Give some of them a try and please do let us know how it goes. This brings us to the end of this episode of It Matters How We Treat One Another. Please subscribe to keep up with all of our episodes, and you can support the show on Patreon at patreon.com/itmatterspatrons or by shopping our Etsy store at etsy.com/shop/itmattersmerch. There are links in the description. Our merch store is now chock full of items, so please be sure to check that out even if you've been there in the past. Right now, we're trying hard to grow our audience, so your support goes right back into helping us promote the show. You can also help us grow our audience by simply spreading positive word of mouth about the show on social media. All forms of support are appreciated. Thanks. Your quote of the week is one of my favorite quotes about spreading love. Quote, Spread love everywhere you go. Let no one ever come to you without leaving happier. That is from Mother Teresa. And remember, treat everyone with kindness, respect, empathy, and compassion, and try for love and acceptance whenever possible. Be well, and much love to you all.